Today on the Daily Scoop podcast from the Scoop News Group. The DHS shutdown puts strain on security and information sharing ahead of the World Cup. And the State Department makes multiple awards under its $10 billion IT program, Evolve. It's Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. Welcome to the Daily Scoop podcast, where you'll hear the latest news and trends facing government leaders. I'm the host of the Daily Scoop podcast, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for joining me. One quick programming note before we get into the headlines. The show will be on a brief break over the next few days, but we'll be back on Tuesday to give you the top news. And now let's dive into the day's top headlines. The ongoing partial shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security is impacting the preparation of cities hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup, according to stakeholder testimony Tuesday. This past Sunday, Secretary Kristi Noem began halting all non-disaster-related federal emergency management agency response efforts and scaled back FEMA operations to bare minimum life-saving operations only. Host city representatives said the agency has yet to send out the $625 million investment, referred to as the FIFA World Cup grant program, that Congress already appropriated as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. The FIFA World Cup grant program is meant to support security activities, including training and readiness exercises, cybersecurity defense, and operational requirements associated with increased information sharing and analysis needs. With just over 100 days before the World Cup festivities begin, officials advocated for the release of funding during a House Homeland Security hearing. One of those representatives was Joseph Mabin, deputy chief of the Kansas City, Missouri Police, who told lawmakers that the FIFA funding would be critical for staffing and mutual aid partners to come and assist. He said, quote, "We just don't have enough officers within my own department to cover all the threats," unquote. Kansas City is set to host 4 team base camps, an 18-day fan festival, and 6 matches at Arrowhead Stadium over 3 weeks, including a quarterfinal game. The Kansas City hosted events across 10 counties and 2 states, adding complexity to communication and coordination, Mabin said. The city is expecting to welcome more than 650,000 visitors, an influx that Mabin characterized as requiring the largest coordinated deployment of mutual aid partners in the city's history. Mabin was just one of several witnesses who testified Tuesday about the strain that the shutdown is putting on their preparations. Now in other news, the Department of State announced nearly 50 indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity awards under its Evolve program aimed at IT modernization last week. In a notice posted to sam.gov, the department said 28 contractors had received awards spanning 5 function categories for services related to IT management, cloud and data centers, application development, network and telecommunications, and end-user support. The contract has a ceiling of $10 billion and a base period of 1 year with 6 one-year option periods. Of all the categories, cloud and data center services and application development had the most awardees with 14 and 13 respectively. Leidos and SAIC had the highest number of awards across the categories, winning 4 contracts each. A State Department spokesperson said in an emailed statement Tuesday to FedScoop that the Department of State Bureau of Global Acquisition is pleased to announce the award of multiple indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity contracts under the Evolve program, advancing leadership in IT modernization across the global mission. They added, quote, "Kudos to all the government employees and contractor support staff who contributed to the Evolve procurement. This has been and continues to be a true team effort," unquote. The department began the search for contractors under Evolve in 2022 as an answer to its IT contract needs. At the time, State said it made the decision to pursue the solicitation after determining alternatives such as recompeting current contracts and using existing government-wide acquisition vehicles wouldn't be feasible. To see who the other winners are and for more news at the intersection of the federal government and technology, make sure to visit fedscoop.com. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Daily Scoop podcast, available on all podcast platforms. If you've already rated the podcast on your platform of choice, thanks so much. High ratings and good reviews of the show help more people to find it. The Daily Scoop podcast is a production of the Scoop News Group in Washington, D.C. Adam Butler and Carlin Fisher help put the show together, and the entire Scoop News Group team contributes. We'll be back next week with more top headlines. Until then, I'm your host, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for listening.